Party people! Welcome to the Party Peepal Network. I am Marq Dean. Yes. Welcome to another episode, Party Peepal Network. Tigga Bounce. I am Marq Dean, and welcome to the mothership known as Party Peepal. And we're so glad that you could be here with us. You could have been anywhere in the world, but we're so glad that you made it here on this episode of the Party Peepal Network. And Tigga, how you doing, man? How's everything going in your neck of the woods?
I'm doing okay, man. Feeling pretty good. Feeling better. Yeah, I have
All
been a
right.
little under the weather, but I'm feeling a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah. How
Okay.
about y'all guys?
Hey, man, every day above is a good day.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Look, without further ado, I wanna definitely say this is a very special episode of the Party Peepal Network. Before we get into it, guys, I have one request. All of you guys that's watching out there. First, before I request, I want to say thank you for liking, following us, giving us the support. We appreciate it. We ask that you, if you're watching now, give us a thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, reach out on all our platforms, which is Party Peepal, and that's party, like everybody knows, party, but people, that's PEEPAL Network. Especially on our YouTube channel, which this is airing right now on our YouTube, also Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever on the social media, Party People, like, follow, subscribe. So we definitely appreciate the love and support that you guys have been showing us. Now, Tig, I want to say this, man. I want to make sure I'm get right, for this, because guys, we have a very, very special guest with us on the mothership today, the Party Peepal Network. And this gentleman is a true pioneer, a legend in the music industry. His career span, I'm gonna let him, tell you, but I mean, this is, man, when I say a just wealth of knowledge, also, like I said, man, he's a pioneer in so many aspects. I don't want to mess up because, man, he's done so many things, so many achievements, and is still leading the way, still a trailblazer in the music industry as we know it today. He goes by the music specialist. Okay. So that should tell you something right there, just on the strength of that, the music specialist. Without further ado, I want to introduce to you Mr. Allen Johnston, the music specialist. Mr. Johnson, welcome to Party People, and we're so glad that you're here tonight.
Marq Dean. To the bone. Yeah, glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's an honor and a privilege to have you on with us. And man, let me first, before we get into it, I just want to ask you, Mr. Johnson, how are you, and how have you been? And man, I like that hat, man. I might have to see if you got an extra one. Might need to see if I can, if you can lend a brother one of those, because I really like that hat.
Well, my firstborn sent me this hat. My daughter
Okay.
sent me this hat just to remind me that I got to be awesome like her.
Wow. That's awesome. That is awesome. No doubt. Most definitely, Ms. Johnson. Again, so glad that you made it here on the show. Now, starting this off, we want to let the viewers, for everyone that's watching, of course, like I said, your career is, man, iconic. And based on that, let's go back to the origins. Mr. Johnson, what was the spark that was lit for you to say, you know what, this is my purpose, and I'm going to start on this path in music?
I was raised in a musical family,
Okay.
um, raised by my aunt and uncle, great aunt and uncle. My mother and
Okay.
father worked every day. And my uncle was the director of the Bethel AME Gospel Choir in Chicago.
Okay.
He started in the 1920s.
Mm.
My aunt was a lyric sopranos,
Mm.
and she sang in about 6 different languages. So every
Wow.
day she would be rehearsing as a baby. I
Mm.
grew up hearing her singing opera every day.
Wow.
So music was kind of embedded into me. Over the years, I thought, like everybody else, I thought I wanted to be this and that, a cowboy and a TV star and all that kind of wildness.
Okay.
Right.
But I decided to go back to school, go to college after I got out of the Army
Mm.
for mass communications.
Okay.
And while I was there, um, it was the very first semester of WCLK radio.
Okay. Okay.
And while I was there, I got on the radio and I met a record promoter,
Wow.
Ernie Singleton, who became the
Okay.
first black vice president of MCA Records.
Okay.
Um, Brilliant guy, still brilliant guy. Uh,
Right.
most of the biggest R&B acts in the world were led by his creativity.
Mm.
So, especially they came out of that side of the business. Anyway, I
Wow.
started following him, and that's when I learned I wanted to be in the music industry.
Wow. Awesome. Now, Mr. Johnson, you mentioned WCLK. Now, that's on the campus of what university again?
Clark, Atlanta,
Clark Atlanta.
HBCU.
Okay, HBCU. Okay, okay. Yes, we are fellow HBCU comrades as well. Alabama State University. Shout out to the Hornets in Montgomery, Alabama. And So yes, indeed, we have been on your campus several times, and definitely, man, have just I tell you, man, it's a family. It's a family with all the HBCUs, most definitely. But WCLK. So from there, Mr. Johnston, you say you got your start, and that's what did it. And so, what was the first successful in terms of that you considered? Okay, this is all right. I'm going into this field. What was your first successful venture in the industry? What was the first thing that was successful for you?
I got a record promoted. After All the Love Is Gone, um, the artist out of New Orleans, and they call the owner of the label the Pirate.
Mm,
Uh, but I got that record promoted, and when other guys couldn't, and I just wouldn't take no for an answer.
mm,
I called so much. The program director of the radio stations asked me who was I, and I had to keep calling them that much. They got mad. I told them,
wow.
I said, I'm just serious about my music.
Right.
Mm,
And so they put me on.
wow.
Johnny,
So definitely, from what I'm hearing, Mr. Johnson, is definitely you were very persistent in okay, this is my objective, and I gotta. I'm just gonna keep coming. I'm gonna keep coming. I'm not gonna take no for an answer.
And that's what happened.
Wow.
I kept coming, kept coming, kept coming. After I got that first record played, I didn't have major stations. I had stations back out in the boondocks, stations people didn't know about. South
Okay.
Georgia,
Mm,
Western Alabama, places where folks, Mississippi. But I kept getting records played. Then I got a job with Galaxy Riverside Fantasy Stax Records, all four
okay.
labels.
Wow.
And I started out with jazz with them.
Okay.
McCoy Tyner, Dave Brubeck, Houston Pearson. They set me up,
Wow.
and I started getting their records played on what we consider R&B stations. So then I got a phone call.
Okay.
Uh, um, and I got moved from being a college rep in Atlanta. They moved me to Miami, and I got a
Okay.
real job with
Okay.
credit cards and everything. You
Okay.
couldn't tell me nothing.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was during the disco phase. I had
Okay.
Amy Stewart's Knock on Wood. I had the 3 Degrees.
Mm,
I had
okay.
Johnny Bristol. I had Chanson, Don't Hold Back.
Mm,
Uh, that was back then, back during that day.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this was like in the, like you said, the 70s. This was back in the 70s.
Yeah, the end of the 70s, beginning of the 80s, yeah.
And man, you know, just I didn't want to interrupt, because what you're saying is you started right while you was in school, while you was still in college, you was a
Oh, yeah,
rep.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
I
while
was
you
on
was
the
still
radio. I
right.
was carrying a full load,
Okay.
graduated number 4 in my class.
Hmm.
Oh man,
Uh,
man. Hold on, Mr. Johnson. Now I want to say this. Now, you guys, I don't want to interrupt no more, but I'm just going to do this because you know, that is a testament to um, once you put your mind to it, you can achieve what you want to, but you got to be focused. And just from your story thus far, definitely that's what you were doing. You was focused.
Yeah.
yeah.
Showing up. Yeah.
What I did something many of my contemporaries never did.
Okay.
I said to myself, if you're going to be in the music business, then that's what's going to pay you. That's what you're going to eat from. So I had girlfriends, I had wives that tell me go get a job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm still in the business and I ain't got them no more.
Gotcha.
So
Mm.
I've always been a hard head. I've always done what I wanted to do or found a way to get it done.
Wow. Wow.
So,
Yeah. I mean, um, that right there, um, again, is the true personification of focus, laser focus, um,
Mm.
and realizing what your purpose is, and um, you know, definitely staying on that course and not being altered or um, falling off the path. You stayed the course, and that's one of the things that um, with this platform, we come in contact with a lot of people that are aspiring, but they get lost in the sauce with the end result, and they don't realize what are the key things that you need to have from a foundational standpoint to focus and achieve, go or be successful in this industry. So, but from there, you were saying that you went ahead and you said you got a job and you got that position. You were now in Miami. So, what was the next phase? Because you looked like you was entering a new chapter. What with this new chapter? What
I
came
got
with that,
fired.
Mr. Johnston?
I got fired.
Got five.
Um,
Okay.
I got fired. Yeah, I got fired. And
Okay.
that's when I started learning that corporate don't mean fair or honest or
Hmm.
true.
Hmm. Okay.
I got
Okay.
fired because my boss wanted to put his girlfriend into that slot.
Hmm.
That's tough. Okay.
Wow.
Tigger said something. I don't know what he said.
See, what you say, bruh?
Oh no, I was just kind of piggybacking off off of that. Like she got the job just because he wanted her in there. No experience, nothing, just put in.
Yeah, well, I got fired, which was good for me. I learned a lot when I got fired.
Right.
Okay.
Um, I was working for Areola Records at the time,
Okay.
and I got fired. Once again, I refused to go get a job somewhere else. I kept doing what I was doing because I had made these relationships.
Hmm. Okay.
And some independents started calling. Tom Silverman called me from Tommy Boy Records.
Okay.
And there was a song, I'll just back up a little bit, out of Houston, HR, Houston Record, some HR or CR, something like that, record label.
Okay.
But Margie Joseph sang this record.
Hmm.
And it was called Mama Used to Say. That was the hook. Mama used to say, I don't even remember the lyrics. So the record was a big record across the world. I didn't know the tricks people play. The guy called me to get it played.
Mm-hmm.
I started getting it played.
Right.
Well, I had a friend in Orlando, Ricky Ricardo, that
Okay.
got a job at WBLS in New York, right behind Frankie Crocker, right
Hmm.
behind Frankie
Okay.
Crocker's show.
Gotcha.
So um, I called Ricky and I told him about the record. And he put it on in New York City on WBLS. Uh-oh.
Hmm. Okay.
Within 72 hours, Mama used to say was the record. Within 72 hours, there was a new record on the street called Papa Used to Say.
Hmm. Wow.
Here's the trick. The people in Texas pressed up their own copies without the label knowing and started selling it underground in New York. The people in New York, and I'm naming names, it was Tom Silverman, took the instrumental version, put a guy's voice on it, and started pressing underground copies of Papa Used to Say.
Hmm. Wow.
That's how they got back to me, because I started the whole mess by getting Ricky to play the record.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I can't tell you a whole story now.
Well,
They flew me to New
wow.
York anyway. WBLS limo picked me up at the airport. We did fantastic things.
Okay.
Nightclub after nightclub after nightclub. It was a wild night.
Okay. Wow.
uh, but Tom then called me and we started doing business. And I had Africa Bambaataa. I had Play at Your Own Risk. I had what was that thing
Yeah, Miss
called?
Johnson, you said Africa Bambaataa. That's Planet
Yeah,
Rock. Okay.
yeah. I had Planet
Okay.
Rock.
Yes, sir.
I,
Okay.
I had Planet Rock for almost the whole country. I promoted
Wow.
Oh, okay.
because I
Wow.
knew disc jockeys.
Hmm. Hmm.
That was back in the time where they didn't send me money; they sent me records. And I
Gotcha.
went to the
Hmm.
distributor and I sold the records for $2 a piece.
Okay.
And then I went and shared the wealth with my friends at radio, and they started
Okay.
playing the record.
Hmm.
We talking huge records, man.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah. Yeah. Uh
unbelievable.
yeah. I Miss
They'd send
Johnson,
me
I wanted
25,000 records at a time.
yeah, yeah. I was a little one, but some of those records you just named, like Mama used to say, I remember, listening to that. I
Oh, I
think the
got
parents
plenty
had
of it.
a lot of those 45s. They had the
I got plenty
45s and the
of listen.
12 inches.
Because when I started doing the independent thing, I
Hmm.
got a call from Clive Davis.
Okay.
And I started working with Arista. And that was GQ, uh, Dionne Warwick, Ray Parker Jr., um, Aretha.
Okay.
I had some huge records then,
Wow.
working for Clive. But once again, corporate politics.
Hmm.
You can only shine so high, so bright.
Gotcha.
And then two things. One, you cannot, and I didn't go for it. I used to fuss on the conference calls. There was a guy
Hmm.
named Larkin Arnold, an attorney
Okay.
out of LA, big time, big, huge producer. His deal was directly with Clive, and he was talking about his artists. And he said something to me one time on a conference call, and I told him, I said, "It's not one of them records you promoting is worth a thing, and don't nobody like it." And they told me, "You can't say that." I said, "Wait a minute, I'm gonna say it again," and I did. Larkin was furious with me,
Hmm.
but none of his records was any good.
Hmm.
The second thing was, once you take a record and it becomes a big record,
Hmm.
they took it away from the black folks and gave it to the white department, and you couldn't touch it no more.
Oh,
The
wow.
budget was with the white department.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I couldn't get a promo. I couldn't get an interview. I couldn't because at that time there were stores. So
Mm-hmm.
we would do a store run. We bring the artists into the city. We go to radio, do an interview, go to the store, and he'd sign autographs, and then do a show for the radio people that evening. But as soon as
Gotcha.
the record took off, black folks couldn't get nothing, and I fussed about that.
Hmm. Right.
I, They didn't like me.
Mm.
I'm still fussing about it.
Wow. Wow. So, Mr. Johnson, basically, like you said, you saw firsthand um, how business, if you will, was conducted,
Uh-oh.
especially on that level where
You done froze
you
up.
said there was definitely restrictions on, say, it was a as they say, a R&B record where you guys started the processing, got did all the legwork to get it um to definitely make the record blow up. And then once you did all the legwork, pretty much it's, oh, thank you, we'll take it from here, and not.
Yeah. You know what you just did? You just fell for the same trap most people fall for.
Hmm.
And that trap is there's R&B music and there's pop music. That's a trap
Hmm.
because it's only music.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And they've
Gotcha.
made it racist.
Mm-hmm.
They've done it across, you name, they've done it across every type of music there is. I see it as good music and not so good music. There ain't no bad music.
Mm. Okay.
My mama
Gotcha.
said, and I always use this, for every he baboon, there's a she baboon. And that means I don't care what you make, somebody gonna like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna like it.
Definitely. Yeah.
So
Very true.
what they've done is separated us along racial lines.
Mm-hmm.
And it got nothing to do with music.
Right.
And then they took the biggest records. Let's just look at real history.
Okay.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Mm.
That was a huge record.
Yeah.
Elvis Presley was not the huge record singer. His
Mm.
sister, Mary Thorpe, she was the rock and roll player. She played the guitar. She was a gospel singer that
Mm.
sang blues.
Okay. Right.
But they couldn't have that. During my lifetime,
Right.
Little Richard make a record, wop pop whoop pop doop pop bam.
Yeah.
And
Tutti
they give it
Frutti.
to Pat Boone,
Wow. Wow.
who ain't never had a record since. This is the way they do things, man.
Mm.
I'm gonna be quiet now. I'm gonna calm back down.
Oh no, no, Mr.
I'm gonna
Johnson.
calm back
Hey,
down because it's not
I,
fair. It
right,
never will be
right,
fair.
right, right,
Yeah.
right. Um, you definitely well, some people like to say, if you will, keep it tongue in cheek, but it's nothing new under the sun. Like we was talking offline, but you were saying in regards to that, it's always been uh dealing with that, where you see, okay, well, hey, it's getting big, but then, oh yeah, we're gonna take that and we're gonna make it our own, and like you said, have these categories, which, in a nutshell, like you look at certain things, the landscape of, well, hey, okay, well, this person had a song out, but this other person in this other genre took this song, and it's
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 deeper than
blown
that,
up.
Mark.
Mm-hmm.
It's deeper than
Right.
that. I've
Mm.
been going to
Okay.
Europe for the last 30 years,
Gotcha. Okay.
normally once a year. My second year, in Europe, in France,
Okay.
at the world's largest music conference. There was like 19,000 people there.
Okay. Wow.
My second year there, I'm walking through the booths and I see these floor to ceiling pictures of Bob Marley, James
Hmm.
Brown, B.B. King. Oh, I'm like, let me go check these folks out.
Okay.
Not one of them folks spoke English. They had translators.
Hmm.
Not one of the people on them pictures was getting any of that money.
Hmm.
But their music was being sold.
Wow.
They changed the law. You got to remember, laws are made not to help people.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me one law that's made to help somebody.
Wow.
And in the music industry, it's even worse.
Mm. Mm.
They made copyright laws so that right now, all them folks' music can be sold by Europeans and none of the money come back to their families.
Hmm. Wow.
Not a penny.
Wow.
That and that's people will tell you, "Oh, I own that." You don't own. You ain't
Mm-hmm.
make nothing.
Wow.
Prince used to scream about this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now they taking his stuff. He dead. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Johnson, some you just answered some of the questions I I was going to ask down the line, but um, which, like you said, you have seen not just from in the United States, but you've seen it on a global um peripheral, if you will, um, in terms of how the business is conducted in dealing with the rights, where now, um, currently now everybody's saying, well, hey, you need to own your masters and make sure, you own your masters and so, but in owning your masters, a lot of people say, okay, well, I need to do this. I'm gonna put it out because I want to get the exposure, but they the rights, copyrights, all of that stuff gets lost in translation. And there's a lot of aspiring artists out there that kind of put the cart before the horse, if you will. What would be, I guess, one thread? It's many threads that you could lay down for aspiring artists to make sure that, okay, fundamentally you want to make sure you have your your understanding your rights, understanding how to properly handle the business, but the fundamentals. What would be the first thing you would tell that aspiring artist to do?
Everything starts with the idea. So if you're in the studio and anyone is in the studio with you, before you leave, you get them to sign off saying you own 100% of everything you made. That's in the studio. That's called a split sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Then copyrights. There is no such thing as a poor man's copyright.
Okay.
That's a joke.
Okay. Okay.
That's a joke. And you will get people that will fight you to say that, yes, there is. I can mail it back to myself. Mail don't mean nothing because we digital now.
Right.
While you write in the envelope, somebody can steal your stuff. They can digitally transcribe it an hour before you mailed it, a week before you mailed it. It don't make no
Mm.
difference now. So you copyright your stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Then you own 100% of your songwriters and 100% of your publishing. Two different things.
Okay.
Just because you wrote a song don't mean you're the publisher.
Mm.
Uh, this year, this year, Kurt Franklin just got his publishing. All the big records that Kurt Franklin had,
Right.
he didn't get none of that money. He
Wow.
got a songwriter's piece, and remember, they took money out of the songwriter's piece because they gave him an advance.
Mm.
He was
Yeah.
quick to go get that $100,000, not knowing it was $100 million that he couldn't touch.
Mm.
And I'm serious about them numbers.
Wow. 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 Yeah. Kirk
So,
Franklin is
and
huge.
I
Yeah.
can name names. You remember? These are real stories, Doctor. You remember
Mm-hmm.
Chris Cross, the
Yes.
little boys that wore their clothes backwards?
Yes. Crisscross.
They had a
Mm-hmm.
song. I think it was "Jump Jump."
Yeah. Jump, jump. Yeah. Jump.
Okay,
Huge record.
they went into the studio. Two boys, the engineer, the producer, and they took two girls. That's six people.
Mm-hmm.
Two boys were showing off. They weren't bringing their girlfriend. The record hit. What's the first thing they do? Go get them some new girlfriends.
Mm.
That's what they do. All these girls screaming at them, they're getting them some new girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
The two girls that went to the studio went to an attorney.
Mm.
They didn't do a split sheet because there was six
Oh.
people in the studio. Each girl got 1/6 of all the money off that song. All
Wow.
the money.
Wow.
Record sales, royalties, streams, publishing, songwriters, 1/6.
Wow.
These real stories, man.
So
So yeah,
and
I tell folks
ha,
those are the things I tell you got to do ownership. Here's another one of my old stories that my mama told me.
okay.
You've heard it before, you'll hear it again. If you own a restaurant, you got to know how to greet the people at the front door, take the garbage out the back door, and everything in between. So if somebody
Mm.
mess up, you know who messed up. Same
Right.
thing with the record business.
Hmm.
You got to at least know everybody's job.
Right.
Because if you don't know their job, they're going to get you. Ooh, they're going to get you.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
How many people you know their manager made more money than they made?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, with
The
the
manager
Mr.
getting
Johnson.
paid.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is knowledge of the record industry is the first thing I tell
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
them.
Exactly.
If you're gonna get
Wow.
your cousin Boo Boo to be your manager, then make sure your cousin Boo Boo reads some books about what they're supposed to do,
Mm.
not just listen
Mm.
to somebody tell them.
Right.
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 Because it's a business, and they gonna get them in a hurry.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Mr. Johnson. It goes back. I remember. Uh, guy. He said, man, there's a reason why business is a longer word than music. Uh, and he said, you want to love, it's it's cool to love music and love what you're doing, but at the end of the day, if you're trying to get into the industry, you better learn the business. You better know it, learn it.
We was just at a conference together, you and I, a couple of weeks ago.
So,
I had a guy sitting next to me, right next to me, tell me, I don't care nothing about the money, man. I do this because I love it. And I told him, you need to get up and get away from me.
mm,
I don't want to know you. And he couldn't understand why. I said, because if you're not in this to make it a business, I don't want to have nothing to do with
mm, mm,
you. Nothing.
yeah, yeah. Wow,
You're
wow.
not going to be doing it long.
Mm,
That's the kind of guy that you tell him, I'm going to put you on an award show instead of giving them a
mm-hmm.
check.
Yeah,
And they'd be
yeah.
so happy. You remember a movie called Cadillac Records?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I remember
Okay,
Cadillac
do you know
Records.
why it was called Cadillac Records? Because they was giving the folks Cadillacs instead of giving them checks.
Wow. Yeah. Mm, mm, yeah. It. They got caught up in the glitz and
They want a
it,
Cadillac.
wow. Mm,
Black people saved Cadillac. They saved the company.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So the Jews say, okay, you want a Cadillac? I'm going to get you a brand new Cadillac. Go outside. Here are your keys. Man, that
Mm,
Cadillac was like $2,000 then.
mm, wow. Man.
While they was in the back counting paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
They said there was counting so much paper. What the guy said, they was counting so much paper when they opened the door for the back, they would see some dollars fly out the door and they try to get it back in because the wind. That's
that was
man.
real. Um, I know you can't see it. I got some pictures behind me,
Okay.
right over my shoulder there. You see that guy right there? The one with the
Okay.
glasses is me.
Okay.
But you see the guy right next to me, where my finger is
Yeah.
on the screen? That's Jack the Rapper.
Okay.
Oh,
Jack the
Jock and
Rapper.
Jack Gibson, they called him Jack the Rapper.
Gotcha.
So Jack,
Gotcha.
um, this is a story he told me. Jack was one of the first promotion men in the world, black
Mm,
promotion men. Um, because he looked almost white,
mm-hmm.
he could travel on the trains. Because when he started, there wasn't no airplanes. He could travel on the trains and the buses and go stay in the hotels. Jack went to New York. I will not name the company. He
Okay.
went to New York and they gave him a record. They told him, we need you to spread this record. And they went out the room.
Okay.
And Jack said he opened up the desk drawers and it was full of money.
Mm,
And he just took money and stuffed it everywhere he could stick it. In his drawers, in his pockets, all in his shirt, in his pants, everywhere he could stick money
mm,
and left. And his job was to travel to the United States and pay disc jockeys to play that record.
mm.
The business has never changed from that.
Right.
They just
Okay.
updated.
Mm. It's updated.
That's just updated. It's just updated. During the 80s and early 90s, it was money and cocaine. There's a guy in New York, he gonna hate me for saying this. His name was Ray Caviano, RFC Records, under Atlantic.
Mm.
He was known to have an 8 ball in his pocket every day. People see him, they knew what's going to happen. I was in, remember I told you it was Galaxy, Riverside, Fantasy Stacks
Right.
Records.
Right.
I was in New Orleans for the New Orleans Jazz Heritage Festival with Dave Brubeck and McCoy Tyner. Neither one of them were in the room. And we were in a nightclub, and one of my mentors was a disc jockey out of Alabama.
Okay.
And they took me with them, with the people from Fantasy Records. And we went in the bathroom, and these two cowboys was there.
Okay.
One had a briefcase chained to his wrist, handcuffed and chained. And he put it on the counter. The other guy stood at the bathroom door with a pistol.
Mm.
And they opened it up, and inside was brown pharmaceutical bottles of cocaine,
Mm.
straight from the drugs, straight from the pharmacy.
Wow.
He pulled his scale out and started putting the cocaine down. And disc jockeys came in and out of that bathroom. I was there. To say something somebody told me.
Wow. Wow.
But the records went, wow.
Mm. Mm.
I got stories, man. I got real stories. I just don't want to let everybody know them right away.
Right. Right.
A
Right.
few of these people
Right.
that I can talk about are still alive.
Man.
They pay you in cocaine. And you got to remember, the cocaine didn't cost them nothing.
Mm. Wow.
Nothing. Because somebody in their family owns the pharmacy.
Mm.
It's big business, man.
Big business. Wow.
Come on with
So
it.
yeah, man,
I got ticket
guys,
wide open over
I'm
there,
I'm
boy.
gonna tell you, I'm
Yeah,
Ah!
I got my water.
I'm just saying, look, guys, this is, again, um, I am, you know, again, Mr. Johnson, it is indeed an honor to have you on the show because, man, what you bring is not just hearsay or what you might, you know, read about. No, you not only you talk the talk, but you've walked the walk and you've seen
I tell you what's going to
uh
have to happen.
yeah,
Uh, Somewhere, not now, but a few months later, we're going to have to do this again. Because I haven't said nothing about half of my life.
wow,
I just
yeah,
talked about the corporate side.
wow, wow,
And we just, it ain't enough time to do it.
yeah,
Because the stories come, I've been writing down some notes.
yeah, most definitely. I mean, well, I based on that, um, and I know this might open up a whole nother side of it, but um, what was the one thing, Mr. Johnson, in that was the most surprising in terms of um and based on, say, it could be maybe a with a song, or it could be just the situations around it. What was that one that you said, man, I didn't I didn't realize it was gonna be like that. But
I know exactly the moment.
okay.
I went to I was working for, we haven't even got this far yet. I was
Okay.
working for
Okay.
EMI America.
Okay.
Um, and I was the national head of promotion for the Black Division with offices on Hollywood Boulevard.
Gotcha.
I got some more stories, but we'll leave them alone for a while.
Okay. Okay.
We went to a national conference where the president of EMI was there, all of the top executives, all of the promo men, black and white, and the marketing departments. We were in a meeting. There was, mm, I can't think of the boy's name now. There was a record that came out by a black singer.
Okay.
The park department was going to take it from the beginning. And the marketing director did a video. And we sitting there and the video come on, and the marketing director dresses up in a checkered shirt and pants, black face with white lips, a pickaninny wig on, singing this song.
Mm.
And the white folks just falling on the floor laughing.
Wow.
And I was sitting there with the whole black division, and I looked at them, and they was laughing.
Mm.
And I stood up, and I said, "What the fuck is going on? Y'all gonna
Mm.
take this?" And the president told me to sit down. That's when I knew.
Mm.
Because I told him exactly where to go. I told the division where to go. And I walked out. Didn't know how I was going to get home. But I knew I was through that second.
Mm.
I knew I was through that second. Johnny Bristol. That's the
Mm.
guy's name.
Okay.
I said, "Get the fuck. They're going to make a Sambo movie and niggas going to laugh at it."
Mm.
I went off. Not one of them. I'm not friends with nobody that was in that division. No more.
Wow.
I told them they couldn't even talk to me. And I made a phone call, packed all my stuff. A girl drove in from Los Angeles, picked me up, and we back. I went and stayed with her for a couple of days, and got my own ticket. Went back to my home,
Mm.
and immediately started my own independent business. I said, "I'm
Mm.
not going to ever work with them no more." I said, "I can tell you the exact moment."
Wow. 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 Man, Mr. Johnson, that um seeing that all that going on transpired, man, uh definitely was like, you know what? uh this this got to change, and um again, I commend you for um being the catalyst to at least create the atmosphere to get change going. Seeing that firsthand, wow. Um, but that's a testament to um, what you're doing now, and that how you started to say, okay, you know what, I'm starting I'm starting this company so I can be a flagship for that change, in the way from that standpoint of how, okay, people, they perceive you, and how, they're doing business, which, at the end of the day, like you said, going back to when we was at the conference, and you told me that story, I was like, man, this is a business, and if, you know again, your most valuable asset is time, and if you not handling your business, in many respects, you're wasting your time. um and just from what you have shared with us, uh on this show, on this platform, is, man, jewels in understanding, hey, you better handle your business, or business will handle you.
It sure will.
You better handle your business, or your business will handle you. And Mr. Johnson, say if someone that's aspiring want to get in contact with you, um, tell them about your platform and what services that you're offering right now.
So Asha.com, ASHA.com is my website. We are current. It's up. You can go there. In the next few weeks, it's going to change dramatically because I am now making new changes to my whole business structure.
Okay.
But Asha.com is the basic place to go. I've got several different businesses. So I do a lot of education, and that's what Asha.com is being built out
Okay.
for speaking engagements, for corporate organizations, for labels. That's just straight education. I've got a separate company called Music Specialist Consulting that consults and helps manage entertainment industry businesses
Okay.
because it's a different thing for different people.
Right.
Um, I have music specialist distribution. So over 20 years ago, I got a deal with a company called IOTA. I was the first person of color, not just black man, the first person of color to get a digital distribution deal where I control the deal.
Mm,
Anything I wanted to put up, I could put up.
okay.
Um, IOTA became the Orchard. It was bought by Sony, and I transferred my clients over to N Grooves because they made me a better offer, which is now Virgin Music Group. It's owned by Universal. So now I have digital distribution on the world's largest backbone.
Okay.
There's no company bigger. I'm able to go into 190 different countries, over 600 digital service providers. Spotify is a service provider. I don't just do Spotify US, I do Spotify worldwide. The
Worldwide.
same with
Okay.
all the others. We've got offices in Miami, and I've got a staff there that works for us. So I offer that. And finally, I'm making a repository because one thing I learned, um, Snoop said it, and I hate it, and I find complete fault with him over it.
Mm,
And he said the game is to be sold and not told. And that's the biggest lie he was ever said.
mm,
Because we are a people that live off our griots. We created a person to do nothing but talk about our history.
Hmm.
That's what we do. We got things called Under the Tree. Every black community got one. I don't care if you're in Liberia, if you're in Brazil, if you're in Jamaica, if you're in Mississippi, if you're in Chicago, there's something under the tree. It's a bar, it's a barbecue, it's something, but it's under the tree. And we sit and talk, and the elders talk. So to tell me the game's supposed to be sold tells me that they have mentally maladjusted your mind. That's not what we do. We must teach. So I'm building a repository. So when I'm gone, you can still get the information. AI has made me create my own self. I got 27 AI characters that look like me, all talking, all giving knowledge. So Asha.com is where you can start off. I am not afraid. My mobile cell number is on my website. My email is there. I'm not trying to hide. I'm trying to make more money and more positive business.
Okay.
Is that a good pitch?
Hey, I couldn't have pitched it any better. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to again, uh, hey, uh, show you love. We appreciate your time, sir, on the Party People Network. Again, uh, guys, there was some major jewels that was given on this show tonight. Um, Again, guys, follow us, partypeopleent@gmail.com. Uh, you can reach out to us. That's party, that's PARTY, @gmail.com. Also, you can reach out to us on social media, Party People, our YouTube channel. Again, hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. And again, we thank you for your time on the mothership, Party People. I am Mark Dean.
And I am Tigger Bounce. What you got for him, D? You got some of that good refreshing music for the evening?
Yeah, I think we take them out on the Party People groove. As a matter of fact, this is a special episode because this also marks.
Okay, party people in the house.